With the Constitution class delayed.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching Cinema Sound. Mark Lewis here, and today we're going to talk about just some of the organization of how I've done some of the sound effects for Star Trek Axanar, The Gathering Storm. This is one of our favorite shots, this giant visual effects, ships standing by each other.
Second.
With the Constitution class delayed.
And so I just want to kind of go through what I do here in Pro Tools, and just so you can see the organization of how this is set up. I have the dialogue, and we talk about this in other videos, how I have the whole mix set up. We also go through how I have the dialogue, how I do the dialogue mixing to make it sound clean and punchy. But after all that, we've got tons and tons of sound effects that just keep going and going and going for, 80 channels or so. And then we have ambiences and Foley, and then all the great music from the Livesey brothers. So let's just take a look at some of the things that I have in this sound effects treatment here.
Second.
So I love doing sound effects for sci-fi because there's so much fun you can do with it. I like treating each ship as its own kind of little vocabulary of sounds. And I've got tons of videos on how we've done the Ares, that's this ship right here, where we were under an overpass on the Interstate 5 freeway just north of Los Angeles recording trucks and some of that stuff. I'm not sure the truck, oh yeah, there it is, truck. We'll listen to that here in a second. But you can, in fact, let's check this out. Here's one of the trucks that we recorded. And it's going, you can see the Ares here, it's coming up right. You're like, that doesn't sound like a truck. Well, it is. We've resynthesized quite a bit of it. Let's see what else is Ares like here. That would be this. Actually, no, that's for the ship is Geronimo here. These are deflectors that we built from back in 2014. For these secondary, these little warp nacelles. I mean, I know we're in space, but just they're pretty, and so we got to give them sounds. Otherwise, people go, well, this is like 2001, which of course they'd be right about. And then let's see, this is a hull push. From the Geronimo, which gets revealed here. It's a very cool shot. So it comes left, and then sort of goes right. And that's a stock sound that we pulled from something, I'm sure. Here's another one. Just for the same Geronimo as it passes. I know that's also a stock sound. We didn't change it very much. That also is a stock sound. So together, the Geronimo has this kind of these three elements. Pretty much, is that so? Yeah, these three elements. Well, no, there's this down here. Looks like down here. In fact, is there anybody hiding? Oh, there's lots of people hiding. So many things hiding. Okay, well, we'll get to it. So this is the drop, which now in modern cinema, you can't have anything go by that doesn't do that. And then we've also got some extra propulsion down here. I think that's two different pieces. One stock, which we've used back in the 2014 episode. And that we built back in 2014 from a jetcopter recording. You can kind of hear the props chopping the wind. We've slowed it down, resynthesized it. Very, very cool and useful stuff. And then we have stuff that we built again in 2017 or 2014 for the Bassard Ram scoops. These little cool little light. The theory is they collect random atoms and neutrons and recharge the deuterium in the ship, and that's how much of a nerd I am. But they're really just pretty little things that they put on the Enterprise back in the 60s to make it look cool. And they go out as the hull, crosses them. But we built those back in 2014 because we're like, well, what would they sound like? Well, we don't know. but let's make it up anyway. So we got the truck. Let's see, what is this? This is probably, well, I don't know what this is. Okay, that's just extra help. We talked about the deflectors. Yeah, the deflectors. So is there anything else in here we need to worry about? There's the incoming dialogue, all the music. Nope, this is everybody. So we're going to mute the other buses.
With the Constitution class.
There's not much left. So we're going to mute the Foley, the music, the ambiences, and the dialogue. Now it's probably crunching on YouTube a little bit. I also wanted you to notice that on the cutouts, on the cuts, we don't just hard cut. Please never hard cut on a cut from the Department of the Redundancy Department. Never do that. Instead, you want to do basically a one frame fade out. So here's the cut. You can see this blue line. And I've actually done a little bit more than that here because in the mix, people complained that it was cutting too hard into his backgrounds, which were very, very quiet. So I added a little bit, another extra frame. But, don't ever just hard cut in. Make it at least a 42-second crossfade to whatever you're going to, and that's about one frame at 24 frames a second, 42 milliseconds, and kind of keep that in mind. And the same on the entrances. You can see here that, there's nothing actually, this part is, and you can see this is sweeping in that crossfade, and that's actually longer than 42 milliseconds, but you get the idea. It's also a very, very quiet sound, and there's a ton of music happening here. But for that's what we're looking for there. And then let's see if we can find something else. That one's not that interesting. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I'll show you one more scene here. That's this bit here. And there's a lot of fun little bits in here, so we'll kind of take a look at them as they bear. So here is this, which is like, it's a whoosh, but it's more like a stomp. And I wanted the front of the D7 to stomp in and the back to stomp in. You don't really hear it because it's buried under dialogue, but I know it's there. And then there's, we'll listen to this, which is added to it. Well, again, I love the humanizing of the D7's breath and roars and things. So that's just me pitching a rumble, a whoosh, as the D7 comes closer. And then we have the usual sounds for the Ares, which is a shuttle from Deep Space Nine. The ubiquitous truck. And I got a racer from our friend Kyle, who let us record his Daytona car. Just a little in there. And then, what is this? It's sort of a power build-up. So this is one sound, which is a sound we built back in, I'm going to actually make it louder so you can hear it here on the internet, back in 2014. I think for one of the Klingon cruisers, but then I can't actually tell you what this sound is, but it's definitely there and does a really great job. For those of you who are in the know, you know what that is. And when we put it all together here for this D7 pass anyway, it's just one of my favorite moments. Again, buried under dialogue, sadly. But it's so cool. We love that. All right, what else is in here? We've got the rise. We've got that. And then we've got the usual TOS sounds. A little of that. And what is this here? Yeah, so I added, for the Ares phasers, I've added TNG charge ups and then the TOS phaser itself. So you get both. And then thanks to the late, great Frank Serafini, he's the one that invented the idea of using howitzers. He originally said shotguns, but so we actually use, it's very, very subtle, but it adds a lot of punch. And, you know, at the time people thought we were nuts, but now, of course, every time there's a phaser, if you listen on Strange New Worlds, you hear this. Some kind of a bang. And it's smart. I mean, it works really well. And then, of course, shield dynamics, that kind of stuff happening. And then what is this? Right, the entrance, which is a huge bunch of things. It's that, which is a really weird stock sound, but it works. And that's like a thunder hit altogether. This is what all of this sounds like. It's a lot of fun. And again, I keep saying this, you know, sound effects should never be, especially in space, should never be just a one and done sound. And you can see I add tons and tons of sound. We have a great time with this, really doing, and well, not that I'm Ben Burt by any means, but just honoring the way he does things, where you're never just satisfied with one thing. There should be as much orchestration for your sound effects as there should be in your actual big orchestra if you're doing that. And so let's take a listen to the whole mix so you can hear the whole thing put back together.
Khan had concerns.
On a mission to Sirius 3, Garth and his team captured a Klingon officer and the detailed schematics of the D7. We had hoped the Klingon...
See, sadly buried under dialogue, but you still do your best anyway. Hopefully this has been valuable to you. If so, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next couple of videos. There's tons of videos on this channel about Star Trek Axanar, the sound effects we did back in 2014, and other things that we've done. Icarus maneuvers on this channel. Also, there's 2 other videos so far that I've made that will show you about how I've organized this mix, and which is, you know, it's not the biggest mix in the world, but it's not the smallest either. And also how we made the dialogue clean. We'll see you there.